Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing all the brand new Tis the Season Past cards coming today in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 16,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So we have 17 new cards today, including Kobe. Kobe not available, at least in lock-in, for another 2 weeks. He will be available in packs for the next 2 weeks, but will be incredibly hard to pull. And as always, I don't really recommend opening packs. But all these other cards are available today. All of these other guys do lock in for Diamond, Penny, Hardaway. We're going to go over all these cards, talk about if Penny's going to be worth locking in. A little worried about the expensiveness of this set. I think it might be a bit too expensive, but we'll get to that. First of all, let's just start off with these low overall cards. We'll start off with the Amethyst, or with the Sapphire, Emeralds, I should say. Emerald Sean Elliott, 6'8", 6'11" wingspan. He's an 88 shot 3, really great shooting Emerald. Unfortunately, that Taj Gibson base is not that great, I don't think, and yeah, because that's what Derek Harper has, and it's not awesome. And then honestly, defensively, he doesn't do much either. He's mainly just a shooter without a truly elite release. That's not a great Emerald card. Ralph Sampson is just a 7'4", 25 speed, 25 3 ball, well, 37 3 ball, basically the same thing. Pretty decent interior, big, I guess, kind of, but he's an Emerald. I mean, he's just a giant Emerald, a giant slow Emerald. We have a bunch of tall 25 speed players, so again, Ralph Sampson does not stand out. And then Doug Collins also doesn't really stand out, I don't think, anyway. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. Okay perimeter defender, but not great defensive badges. Nothing on the interior. Shooting wise, he's pretty good. 84 3 ball, decent shooting badges, including silver limitless, gold agent, 3 blinders, catch and shoot. And Freddie Simon's base is very solid too, so he's a pretty good shooter, but that's about all he does well on the court, so not a great card either. Now, moving on to the Sapphires, this Shane Battier card especially is the one that I think has the most intrigue to me. Bill Laimbeer is probably able to shoot, and yes, he can shoot. He's got 70 speed. He's an okay defender. When you look at the stats and badges on this card, he's a little bit on the slower end, yes, and he's not a good dunker, but he's a pretty good shooter and a pretty decent defender. But the thing about this card is, in all honesty, he's really not a very good shooter, assuming his release is anything at all like the way that Bill Laimbeer's release has been the last few years. This might be the ugliest release in the game, Bill Laimbeer's release. I don't know why, but it's terrible. Combine that with being slow and unable to dunk at all as a big, and an undersized big at that. That's just not going to cut it. Rolando Blackman is 6'6", 89 offense, 87 defense, 6'9" wingspan. He's got decent speed, good shooter, okay slasher, decent finishing badges. Overall, though, again, another card who just doesn't have, he doesn't have the defensive badges that he needs. He doesn't have the playmaking badges that he needs. The budget cards this week so far, at least the Sapphires and down, are not looking very exciting so far. But Shane Battier is the one that I do have the most hope for. This is 3 guy, 6'8", 6'10" wingspan at small forward, 83 speed, 80 excel, 85 3 ball, 80 driving dunk, 84 interior, 89 perimeter, 89 lateral, 84 steal, and an 86 ball handle. So a high enough ball handle to time and burst, versatile defensive wing who also shoots the ball well and should have a good release. Shane Battier, generally a very good budget cards. This year looks no different. Looks like he is going to be basically the better version of a Emerald Robert Covington is pretty much what I'm seeing out of this Sapphire Shane Battier. That's a card that's definitely worth keeping an eye on, though. Brandon Roy, Bob Pettit, and Dennis Johnson. DJ is probably a really good defensive PG. Yep, 95 defense, 83 offense, a 6'4", 6'7" wingspan, decent size. Defensively very good, and playmaking-wise also very solid, although only bronze handles for days is a little disappointing, and also does not have bailout at all on the base card. And also not a very good shooter, can't dunk. Kind of a weird card, but 87 speed, 82 excel, very good defender, high enough ball handle to time and burst, yes. Jordan Nwora base, I think, is pretty good, yeah, because Danny Ainge, Matt Barnes both have good releases, so Cade Cunningham upper is going to be good as well. This card's going to be okay as a shooter because of the release, but defensively he's a very good point guard. He's basically just Michael Ray Richardson and Sean Livingston and some other guys like that, though. Like, I don't think this card looks that exceptional as just a defensive point guard who can't shoot that well. It isn't that incredible offensively. Bob Pettit is 6'9", 7 foot wingspan, 74 speed, 89 3 ball. Very good shooter, pretty good finisher. Badges aren't, or finishing stats dunking wise aren't great, though. Defensively he's pretty good on the interior, but no anchor. I like this card better at power forward than I do at center, but at 74 speed, I don't know. 10,000 MT, though, for a Ruby, I will say. I like the way they've dropped these prices. I will give them that. 2K's done a good job, I feel like, this week of dropping prices. 4,200 MT for the Sapphires and 2,000 MT for the Emeralds. So prices going down a little bit, at least on these lower tier cards, is something that I like to see. Brandon Roy, also 10K for a card that's actually like a decent chunk of the, well, yes and no. Compare him to the diamond card as a base card, and they're actually kind of close. The problem with the difference between this ruby and the diamond is not that the stats and badges are, or that the stats aren't that close, because they're kind of close, and the animations are the same. It's that the badges aren't that close, and also not only are the badges not that close, but this Beatroy can't get every badge, whereas Diamond Brandon Roy can get every single badge. So it's still a good shooting wing who can shoot the 3 at an okay level with a good release, is an athletic slasher, but he's not going to be all that good defensively. So while this card offensively will play very much like it'll be a budget Beatroy, I mean, it's going to be a fun budget card. Defensively, he's not going to hold it down the way the diamond does, so he's not at the level of the diamond. As a whole, not the best drop, Ruby and below, this week. I'm going to be honest. I mean, Bob Pettit's okay. Dennis Johnson's okay. Brandon Roy's okay. And then Shane Battier is pretty good. The rest of the cards, not that impressed so far. Elgin Baylor, but then James Worthy and Jason Kidd are interesting cards. Elgin Baylor at only 6'5", 6'8" wingspan. He can play shooting guard. He's got good speed. He's an okay shooter. Pretty good finisher. Defensively, pretty good card. Okay defensive badges. 90 driving dunk. Playmaking badges look pretty okay as well, even though he has no handles for days. He's not a great shooter. Brook Lopez base also isn't very good anymore, so that does hurt the card. I don't think I would recommend Elgin very much. Got a lot of good budget shooting guards as well as of late. So not that excited about an Elgin card. Not sure why he's still 84k MT. So the Amethyst prices don't get touched at all, but all the Ruby and below prices get lowered. That I don't love. Where is our lower prices on these Amethysts? Hello? Let's lower the price on the Amethysts, lower the prices on the Diamonds. Let's go. Come on. 6'4", 6'8" wingspan, 93 speed, 88 excel, 84 shot 3, 50 driving dunk. I was kind of hoping he would have like a 70 driving dunk. Jason Kidd's Ruby was really good though, and this Amethyst looks pretty good too. I mean, playing badges, he doesn't have speed booster either though. That's kind of crazy. I didn't expect him to be a great slasher, but I think 50 driving dunk is fine. Defensively, he's going to be very, very good as always. J Kidd's always a beast defensively, and then playmaking wise should be pretty good as well. But why does he not have speed booster? Like, I mean, 84,000 MT, let's just say this card's good, but you can get Cade also for 84,000 MT, so I don't think Jason Kidd is like a guy who's like a must-have budget point guard or value point guard or anything like that at 84k, because like, is he giving me anything that different than Amethyst Derek White for 13k? Honestly, no. I mean, fine card, but I don't think he looks like anything too special at the point guard position for his price point. And then you have James Worthy, who is 6'9", 7 foot wingspan, hot spots from both corners, Hoff, Bulldozer, and Fearless Finisher. Bunch of great finishing badges. Gold Claymore, Bronze Catch and Shoot, okay playmaking badges. Defensively, well, he doesn't have anchor clamps or brick wall. Defensive stats are pretty good. He's a good finisher, but 88 speed, 78 3 ball. This card is a power forward. He's definitely a power forward, and he's not a great one. He's a good power forward. He's athletic. He's going to shoot the ball well is the good thing. Even with only a 78 3 ball, he's going to shoot the ball really well because he's got a good release, good upper. So he's going to be a nice pick and pop, catch and shoot power forward, dunk the ball at a high level in the power forward. Okay defensively. I mean, I don't know. Athletic, good, just not great enough defensively to really be that great. This drop as a whole is a little less than stellar outside of the top tier cards. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, these guys aren't bad. James Worthy's pretty good. Elgin's pretty good. J Kidd's pretty good. Elgin's release isn't very good, though, so he's not that good. The Rubies are mid. Shane Battier looks like a great budget card, but as a whole, the drop itself today is not as strong as the last couple drops have been. Ray Allen, probably the least exciting of the 3 diamonds in packs, and the diamonds are the same price, too. Oh, man. I'm hoping that when I load up this game in an hour and 20 minutes, that the prices for these diamonds and these amethysts are actually lower than 183,000, because 183k times 183 times 3 is going to give you 549, and then 84 times 3 is, well, it'd be about half of it, a little bit less than half of it. So 84 times 3 is another 252. Between just the rubies and the amethyst, this set costs like 800,000 MT. That's too much for one set. There's going to be 2 more full sets for the next 2 Fridays for this set, in addition to the Tuesday content for the next 2 weeks, which won't be as expensive. But Kobe should not be costing 3 million MT to lock in. Like, that's insane. I was thinking he might be like, I was thinking he'd be the most expensive of the year, and yet he'd be 1.5 mil. Like, 3? This is going to be, it's too expensive. It just is. Shooting badges are great on Ray Allen. Playmaking badges are very, very solid. Defensively, he's also pretty good. He's pretty complete. Defensively, badge-wise, he's I mean, stat and badge wise, he's better than I anticipated he'd be. He's a better slasher than I anticipated he'd be as well. Elite shooter, good speed. Release is always pretty good. MJ dribble style gets the job done. Pro behind the back, normal leaner. I like his animations. They're not bad, honestly. He's going to be a great shooter with a very, very good release. Pretty decent playmaker. Defensively, pretty good as well. Good card for sure at the shooting guard position. Also very athletic. I just think there are 3 shooting guards for sure that are definitively better. One of them being this Ron Artest because how good he is defensively. And then also you have Paul George and Jimmy Butler. I would say then you have your next tier of shooting guard, which is the one that Ray Allen will be in right there with Nick Young and Brandon Roy in that second tier of shooting guard. But Diamond Ron Artest is in the first tier shooting guard. 8 Hall of Fame badges include Hall of Fame post strads or 7 defensive badges, including Hall of Fame anchor. He is the first lock in the game to get Hall of Fame anchor on the base card. I think at least off anchor, challenger, clamps, glove, interceptor, off wall, pest, post, lockdown. He does not have limitless range, but I can work around that at the shooting guard position simply because of how elite he is defensively, how good of a slasher he is, how versatile of a card he is with very, very good speed as well. He's a very good slasher. And then he moves pretty well as well. Trade dribble style, very, very solid. My alarm on my phone is going off. I am so sorry y'all had to hear that. And then the Rudy Gay release is really, really good as well. Luka escape isn't great, and I don't think pro size up is all that good either. So SIGs wise, maybe not that insane, but we'll have to wait and see. Try out his SIGs in freestyle, see what we think. But either way, one of the best 3-and-D cards in the game and one of the best shooting guards in the game for sure is what you're getting with Ron Artest today. David Robinson is 7'1", 7'5" wingspan at the center position. Honestly, the card that I am most excited about today because he is the new best center in the game. Even as only a 93 overall diamond, 183,000 MT for at 87 speed, 85 3-ball player with an 85 standing and driving dunk. Really good interior finisher. Great, great defender. Half bulldozer, post riser, post spin, post fade phenom, anchor, brick wall, immovable enforcer, even poker stick, post lockdown, and rebound chaser. I mean, he is really, really good. No speed booster, no unpluckable. You should add break starter to him. He doesn't have limitless range. He's not going to get blinders. He's not going to get some of the badges that I guess you'd kind of want, but they're not really crucial ones like 94 feet challenger, fast feet. Do I really need those on my center? And challenger, I guess, would be nice to have. I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's not going to be a god tier bursting around the court demon quite yet, but actually with a ball handle shoe and Mike D'Antoni as his coach. If you are to get Mike D'Antoni as your coach, he would be able to time burst as well because D'Antoni's the only coach in the game that does give a ball handle boost. But as a whole, D-Rob, he always has an elite release as well. This is the new best center in the game, and that does include Hakeem Olajuwon, in my opinion. Even if you do badge up Hakeem. I mean, maybe Hakeem's probably better if he has 30 hoffs, but like as pretty close to base cards, Hakeem and D-Rob, I think I'm taking D-Rob, and I think this D-Rob card for 183k on T is going to be basically everybody's starting center. Finally, Penny Hardaway is 6'7", 6'10 wingspan. Not every badge is upgradable. Only bronze, limitless range, decent defender. Not great defender, though. Finishing-wise, pretty good. 89 3-ball, 93 speed. He's going to shoot the ball pretty well, move pretty solidly as well, normal leaner. I think this Penny Hardaway card is very, very good, but I think we have a lot of good point guards right now already, and while this card is going to be right there, I'm sure, with guys like Cade and Russ as those top tier point guards, I don't think he's going to be better than SGA, at least a fully badged SGA, and I don't think he's probably personally worth the lock-in. Now, here's the question. Kobe Bryant, how good is this Kobe card? 95 speed, 93 excel, 96 shot 3, 97 driving dunk, 95 perimeter, 96 lateral, 96 steal, including Hall of Fame posterizer, precision dunker, acrobat, whistle, agent 3, blinders, catch and shoot, limitless range, blow by, speed booster, clamps, glove, and right stick gripper. They did not spare this card at all when it comes to how complete he is on the badge side. I am very, very impressed by how complete this card is as a base card. He is very, very good. Already has pretty much all the key Hall of Fame badges that you want in the game between limitless or precision dunker and posterizer, the key shooting badges like agent 3, blinders, and limitless range, as well as blow by, speed booster, clamps, glove, right stick gripper. I mean, he is crazy souped. Elite release, pretty good movement. Kobe leaner is pretty good as well. I would say his movement isn't insanely elite. Kobe's animations aren't that insane in my team, but his release is very, very good, and his stats and badges are incredible. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, though. I am considering not locking in this Kobe Bryant. I don't know how much better he is going to be than guys like Jimmy Butler, Paul George, and Ron Artest at the shooting guard position. And while I'm sure he's better than those guys, at some point, Pink Diamond Tracy McGrady is coming. At some point, Pink Diamond other shooting guard X is coming. Like, there are other guys who are going to be coming at some point. And as great as Kobe is, this set, if it's 3 million MT, just isn't worth it, in my opinion. Like, I'm going to go buy D-Rob today, but I already have SGA. I already have a great squad. I already locked in Braun. I have a bunch of extra Hoffs on my Braun, my Giannis, my SGA. I can soup up a Jimmy Butler if I want to with extra Hall of Fame badges as well. Like, I have a good enough team with good enough cards already. I don't think Kobe is a necessity. I'm not even totally sure LeBron and Giannis were really that much of a necessity if you're grinding the game and keep it up. But like this set specifically, I guess we'll see what the other two sets look like, the other two main sets, as well as the Tuesday content and all that stuff for lock-ins and things. But right now, at least, I don't know if I'm locking in Kobe. I'm going to be completely honest. As much as I love Kobe, one of my favorite players of all time, rest in peace to Mom, but I got to think financially responsibly, and I'm not sure this set is worth locking in for me. And I'm honestly not sure this set is worth locking in for a lot of other people in the community too. Let's say you already have SGA and Cade as your PGs and you're grinding towards Jimmy Butler. Already have Paul George as a shooting guard. Now Ron Artest is another shooting guard. Why do you need Kobe? You already have point guards, so you don't need Penny. And you already have shooting guards, so you don't need Kobe. Just pick up D-Rob and call it a day, honestly, is what I'm thinking. For the majority of people in this community is what I would recommend. I'm sure a lot of people are going to get Kobe and a lot of people are going to get Penny, but I actually don't really think he's worth it. If the set is this expensive, for me, it's just not worth that much money for a pink diamond in December. Like, I will hold on to my money and wait for the Wemby set or one of those sets with a truly game-changing card. Because I feel like LeBron and Giannis are both more impactful than Kobe, but even LeBron was not a necessity. Like, I could 100% go out there with Luol Deng and Rudy Gay as my threes right now. I'd be just fine without LeBron. Like, I don't think he's even a necessity. So do not feel like you have to lock in these sets just because there are big names at the end of it. You can compete without these lock-ins, and I think that's becoming more and more apparent, actually. So that is good for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.